And welcome everyone here to Valley City High School. Jerry Edwards with you all day, 1490 AM, 96.3 FM, KOBC, online at newsdakota.com, and on our YouTube channel, KOBC Live. Valley City again set to take on the Kindred Vikings today in what is a EDC showdown with some decently high stakes. Now, Valley City, I think, was prepping to come into this game with control of the number one seed in the EDC being on the line, but they got some help over the last few days when the Central Cass Squirrels knocked off the Kindred Vikings, thus putting 2 losses on Kindred. Valley City, of course, still sitting at the top with that perfect 6-0 record, but there's a 3-way log jam all down behind Valley City. It's 6-0 Valley City, followed up by 4-2 Oak Grove, 4-2 Central Cass, and 4-2 Kindred. For Valley City, it's just kind of one of those things that if you find a way to win today, you essentially put Kindred 4 games back of you, because even though technically in the standings it's only 3 games, Valley City would have the tiebreaker over Kindred because of the 2-game sweep. So with there being 7 teams in Region 1, that means every team will play 12 region games. So Valley City, of course, has reached the halfway point with that perfect 6-0 record. And if you can drop Kindred to 3 games back with what would be essentially 5 games, would drop Kindred back to, 4 games with 5 games left to play, you all but pretty much remove them out of the title race, especially when Valley City would still have games against teams like Lisbon and Wapaton. For Valley City, you're looking at kind of this stretch coming up here. We talked about how initially Valley City had a big stretch coming up when it started against the Wapaton, where it was very much you had a lot of teams at home. You had Wapaton at home. You had Northern Cass at home. Had Oak Grove at home. And it was kind of one of those things where if you avoid any pitfalls, any upsets, you're going into a big game against Kindred. Now, Kindred, very kind of interesting performance for them as they're coming in very active, I would say, since the last time Valley City played, which was on September 30th. Both teams played on September 30th. Valley City won straight sets over Lisbon. Kindred won in straight sets over Wapaton. But then Valley City has been off for a week. Kindred has been much more active. But they started off, of course, October 2nd with that loss to Central Cass to put them now 2 games behind Valley City. And now you take a look at how they performed in the tournament that they went to. They lost to Sargent County to start off. Then they picked up wins over Ellendale, Great Valley, Edinburgh, and Tri-State. Then lost to Richland and Edgeley-Cole Montpelier. Now you don't know how teams strategize in those tournaments. Some teams use these as a way to pad win totals. Some of these teams use it as a way to, if they're playing smaller schools, to get some junior varsity players some action. So you never know how each team approaches tournaments like this, but certainly a bit staggering to see a Kindred team that essentially has only lost to the top teams in the state. Their losses going into that Central Cass game were to Mayport, who now finds themselves in the top 5, Valley City, and Thompson. So they really had only lost to the best of the best. And then, lose to Central Cass, lose to Sargent County, lose to Richland, lose to EKM. It kind of raises some, red flags. But again, team, they could have been playing junior varsity players in that tournament. Valley City knows from very, maybe not recent experience, but overall experience, that Kindred is a team that you can never take lightly. So Valley City getting set to take on the Kindred Vikings as they get set to begin the second half of Region 1 play. We'll be back here with the rest of our Sanford L pregame show after this break here on the voice of the Valley, KOBC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
And we're back here, everyone, at the Highliner Activity Center. Jerry Edwards here on the Voice of Valley KOVC, back with you all for our Sanford Health pregame show, here for all, here for good. Now, Valley City and Kindred meeting up for the second time this year. First time out for Valley City. It was their first game of the year, and for Kindred, it was, well, not their first game. They, going into that game, had 7 games on Valley City and had won all but one of them. That was that loss to Thompson in a tournament. So they were going into that one 6-1. Valley City was going in without having played a varsity game all year, and it showed in that first set when Kindred won the set. Valley City would then come out and play a really nice 2 sets, playing very comfortable, really did a good job of getting space and just closing out sets. And then a 4th set where I think Valley City would look back and tell you they should have had that set. It was a very tight, competitive set, and I expect this to be a very tight and competitive game. But it was a set where Valley City had the lead. They, were looking to just pretty much duplicate what they had done for the first or for the last 2 sets, and they just let it get away. Going into a 5th set, you face 2 match points. You survive both those match points and come out and win. So it was very much a gut check win for Valley City. They really, I would say, only have had 2 kind of gut check games all year, and they kind of both came out on the right side of it. They, of course, started off with Kindred. That was a 3-2 game. Then they beat Oak Grove last time here at home by a score of 3-2. And that one maybe wasn't as stressful in the fifth set as the one against Kindred was, but certainly one where you had to dig down deep. And again, you look at Kindred's record over the past few days, I think a lot of that might be trying to get young players some time against smaller schools and not trying to pad the win-loss record. We all know what Kindred can do, and we all know who Valley City has got to keep tabs on. That's going to be number 9, Taylor Sanders, 5'11", sophomore outside hitters, has some D1 schools looking in, and she is just a terrific talent. Big, physical, absolute cannon of an arm. And Valley City, I think what they're going to try to do is kind of do what they did well against Kindred in that first game, which is to essentially have Katie Coca try to match Taylor Sanders and essentially say the rest of our 5 is going to be better than your 5. And for Valley City, I would say one thing that plagued them in that first game against Kindred was the inconsistencies with the serving. Now, Valley City, I think, has gotten better at serving as the season has gone along, but again, can't be affording to, end rallies before they begin by having those service errors. I think Valley City committed 11 to 12 service errors against Kindred in that first game. And they did commit a lot of them in that first set. I think the first set they committed like 5 to 6 service errors. So you're going, a shaky start for Valley City in the first set and then ultimately put it around. I think if Valley City goes out and plays the way they are capable of playing, they should be able to walk out of here with a win. But Kindred always going to be a team with a lot of athletes on it. Always going to be a very live opponent. They are never going to be a walkover. So Valley City, this is just about picking up a win. Some coaches, will say that they just want to win no matter what. This is a game where you want to see Valley City go out and play their best against a quality opponent. As much as you really got to admire how Valley City dug down deep against Oak Grove, there were times where I would think Oak Grove let Valley City run it up a little bit more than they should have. There were some mistakes by the Grovers, miscommunications, service errors of their own, and Valley City maybe at times felt like they got let off the hook a little bit, but again, they also played very well. One of the big reasons they beat the Grovers was because of a complete balanced team effort, and that was in stark contrast from what we saw against Kindred. Of course, we all know first game of the year, Katie Coca sets the school record with 35 kills in a game, and when you have a performance like that, I think everyone in the league takes notice and everyone expects that's how you're going to try to win games, and Valley City, I think, has a very balanced front line to attack with. I think they have a really deep and experienced back line as well. So them winning with a complete team effort, for those that follow the team, should surprise no one. And that's kind of what you want to see today is, again, Katie Coca, she can go out there and match Taylor Sanders in terms of kills, in terms of aces, stuff like that, and you can just go out there and be the better unit. I think Valley City is going to be able to get a win in this one. But again, Kindred always a very live opponent. So for those of you watching over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live, Valley City going to be in the pink uniforms today. Kindred going to be in the royal blue uniform. So thank goodness it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month to avoid any uniform confusion out there. So Valley City, again, wearing the pink uniforms. Kinley Suffolk going to be the libero today in one of the navy blue uniforms for Valley City. But it's going to be a very good game here today. Got a lot of talent all over the floor on both sides. It was a 5-set thriller to open up the year. But now you get a chance to see where both teams are headed in terms of momentum. Valley City with a long win streak, with the Kindred Vikings coming in scuffling a little bit according to their win-loss record over their last 7 games. So we will see how this game plays out, as Valley City gets that take on the Kindred Vikings. Before we go, we'll take a look here at the polls, as the polls have just been released for volleyball. Thompson stays the top team. Carrington moves up to 2. Or South Prairie Max moves up to number 2. Carrington to number 3. Valley City drops in the polls to number 4. A lot of inactivity, so pollsters liking the activity of the other teams. Mayport cracking the polls, 14-5-1. Receiving votes, Oak Grove, and, of course, Kindred. So Valley City coming at 11-1, Kindred 12-7. Back here in a little bit with the start of our volleyball game today here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City. Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
And we are here, everyone, at the Highliner Activity Center, getting ready for some volleyball action between the Valley City Highliners and the Kindred Vikings. Valley City coming in 11-1 on the year. Their only loss was a tournament affair to the Carrington Cardinals when they lost 1-2. Since then, they've been on a 5-game win streak. They have already a win over Kindred this year. If they can knock out the Vikings again, essentially put the Vikings 4 games back with 5 games of regional play left to go. And then you get a crack at Central Cass on Thursday. Opportunity to put them back essentially 4 games with 4 games left to go. So this is a big week for Valley City Volleyball. Essentially can almost put the region on ice with a couple of well-timed wins. And then they'll have a big tournament, the Fargo Shields Invitational, on October 10th and October 11th, going against some bigger schools. Find out how good they really are, and an opportunity here for Valley City. Take on a Kindred team that pushed them to their limits in week 1. Valley City hoping that being the fresher team is going to pay off. Kindred was very active this week playing a tournament, but we will find out soon enough. So the ball is back in the Kindred end, and we are underway here in Valley City. Served by the Vikings, picked up there by the Highliners. They'll shuffle it outside to Coca. Coca with the blast, but cranks it too far. And that'll put the Vikings up to an early 1-0 lead. Coca, of course, picked up the school record 35 kills in the win over the Vikings to start out the year. No surprise they went to her right away. Suffolk picks up the serve. Right back here to Burchell. Burchell gets stuffed, and it's a quick 2-0 lead for Kindred. So Valley City, again, going to have to get used to a team that physically can compete with them at the net. Lisbon, not that type of team. Valley City going to have to play sharp early on here. Suffolk able to dig that one out. Now back out here to Coca. Coca, it's a blast, and it'll put Valley City on the board. So she picks up her first kill of the day. A pregame ceremony to celebrate Kinley Suffolk hitting 1,000 career digs. 1-2 lead for the Vikings on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. That one all the way back. Kindred quickly shuffles it to the outside. Drop shot coming up. Nielsen able to dig it out. That one shoved deep, but just out of play. Oh, it was a great effort by Nielsen to pick that off the ground. Coca tried to shove it deep. It was the right play with Kindred benched in, just too far back. And, well, you don't want to see early misses like that. Caitlin Brink going back to serve. Subbing in here for Kindred. It's going to be a run-up line drive picked up there by Suffolk. Now in the middle here to Peterson. Peterson able to keep that one in play. Clips the back line. I don't know if I saw a bit of a bobble on a finger on the Kindred wall as well, but either way, Valley City pulls themselves within 1. Maddie Freeze coming in, being replacing Morgan Larson. Soft serve there by Bryn Leak. Outside, first one for Sanders, picked up there nicely by Nielsen. Now over here to Coca. Coca with the drop shot and on the antenna. So Coca has gotten many opportunities so far, but she's hit 2 out of bounds and 1 off the antenna. I'm used to seeing Coca take very long to get it dialed in, but 3 of the 4 Kindred points have come off missed hits from the Valley City top scorer. Drop shot coming up, and Nielsen playing too far back to get to it. So Kindred with an early 3-point lead, 5-2 in favor of the Vikings. So they pick up their first ace. Keller back to serve. This will be a little pop shot, and Koch able to dig that one out. Keller very much challenging Valley City so far in this one. Coca with the first touch. They'll go right outside here to Freeze. Freeze clips it off the top of the Kindred wall. Vikings regroup. They'll play this one on the outside, and they just scoop it into the net. Jenner Jordheim with the missed timing on the jump. 5-3 lead for the Vikings as City will send Coca back to serve. Shovel up here towards the front, and that'll bust through the Valley City wall. So Kindred just winning the physical battle at the front so far. And Valley City not really used to dealing with that. A lot of teams, the only ones that have really challenged them at the front of the net have been Oak Grove and have been Kindred, and those have been the only two teams to take them past three sets so far this year. That'll clip off the top of the net. Leak left scrambling. They'll get this one over to Nora Peterson, and that'll be a net violation on the Vikings. They jumped up and into the net, so it's been a weird game. Valley City's probably handed out 3 points worth of freebies in this one. Kindred's also handed out some freebies, but one team's slightly more polished, and that's how they have the 6-4 lead, make it 7-4, as that'll be the first service error for Valley City. So the week of rust very much showing early on here, as Valley City has almost gifted Kindred a early 3-point advantage, but the Vikings will give it right back. Yeah, this is certainly a start to this game. I think both coaches are kind of looking at the others, looking at their benches, being like, you can't afford to give them this many points. And I think it's safe to say that on both ends. Valley City will hit this one out. Does it go over the line? Yes, it does. Back-to-back service errors for Valley City. Valley City struggling to keep anything in play right now. 8-5 lead for the Vikings. Back to serve. This will be a line drive, and Suffolk doesn't get a great first touch to it. Nielsen able to go near the crowd and bail her out. But Kindred's going to get a golden opportunity here. Quick tap here by Valley City. Now they'll get it over to Nielsen. Nielsen, long ball, doesn't have much power on it. Kindred shuffles it to the outside. Blast coming up. Suffolk doesn't get a great read on it. Coca able to keep it alive. Valley City needs a good swing at it, and they'll get this over on 3. That'll be mano a mano at the front. Drop shot coming up. Quick 1-2. And Kindred can't get it over. They mistimed the jump. Valley City has excelled playing off schedule this year and able to do just enough to steal a point, as Kindred trying to spike the ball down on 1. Just could not time to jump up properly. Nielsen serve over the net. Now Kindred will play it off their back foot. Easy pickup there for Suffolk. Now over here to Coca. Coca with a blast, and that'll go into the net, and Coca picks up her second kill. Highliners pull themselves within 1. They have not had a lead so far in this one. Another serve here by Nielsen, and now a rotation error on the Vikings, and Valley City will pull even. 8-8 tie. Valley City looking to claim their first lead here in set number 1. Nielsen on the run up here. That's going to be a little drop over the top. Now in the middle. That's tipped up into the air off the Valley City wall. Suffolk going to bump set this. Coca playing it flat-footed, playing on a cross-court shot. This one set very close to the front. Burchell able to tip it back on the Kindred side, but the Vikings able to recover. Now attacking the short side of the Valley City wall. A nice dig there by the Valley City backline to keep it alive. I think that was Larson. Now outside for the Vikings again, and this will tip off the Valley City wall, and this one will go out of bounds. Valley City likes to play Bryn Leak up at the front of the net, even though she's just a setter. They like her craftiness in front. Always seems to be able to steal a couple of points for Valley City off fake setups and just tapping it over the top on a drop shot. But that does mean the wall can be lopsided sometimes, and Kindred made no bones about attacking the short side of the wall. This one going to be set up here for Burchell, who plays it off her back foot. Not a lot of power on it. Kindred on the outside, and that'll be way out of play. 9-9 tie here in set number 1, as Kinley Suffolk will move back to serve. Valley City had 12 aces against the Lisbon Broncos. None so far today. Suffolk just drops it over the top. That'll be a 2-hit over there by Kindred. Now outside here, and Nora Peterson just did not time that one properly, trying to wheel her way around the outside to play a cross-court shot, and just not enough vertical lift to it, as that'll go into the net. Kindred now with a 10-9 lead. Both sides have looked far from sharp to begin this game, as Caitlin Brink moves back to serve. The senior hits this one deep, picked up there by Larson. Valley City doesn't get a great first touch on it. Nielsen hits it deep, but Kindred doesn't get a good touch. I mean, both sides are just they have left the door wide open for both sides. You just got the feeling like whatever team is capable of going on a 5-0 run is going to be the one that wins this set. Morgan Larson back to serve. She hits one deep. Vikings playing it very close to the front of the net. Sanders on the outside gets stuffed mano a mano, and it's the smallest member of the Valley City front line. As Maddie Freeze going to be the one that wins that battle. Yeah, Maddie Freeze probably the smallest one on the outside for Valley City. Usually filled a 5'10", 5'11" players, but she goes and gets a big stuff on the outside against Sanders. They quickly go back to Sanders. Sanders with the drop shot. Good read there in the back line by Leak. Now outside here to Freeze. Freeze going with the drop shot. Kindred, quick 1-2, shove it over on 2. Nielsen able to save it. Now Suffolk lays it over the top on 3. Middle they go. That's a blast. That's out of play. And Valley City will take a 12-10 lead. 12-10 lead for Valley City. Heck of a play there by Nielsen. Nielsen has struggled at times with her consistency from that outside hitter spot, but in the back line, she has been phenomenal. Outside ball here for Kindred. That'll be over hit and out of play. Valley City with a 3-point lead and looking over towards the Kindred bench. They're not taking any timeouts yet. 13-0 lead, or 13-10 lead for Valley City. Currently on a 4-0 run. Drop shot by Leak off the serve, and she'll pick it up. 14-10 lead. Kindred calling for a timeout, and they'll get it. 14-10 Valley City. Back here in a minute on KOBC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Valley City up 14-10 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard here in set number 1. Valley City currently on that 5-0 run I talked about. Now it's time to see if they can extend it even further. Leak with the run up here. This will be a deeper serve. Kindred not able to get it very far forward on the second hit, playing it deep on 3. Now Leak will shove it over to Coca. Coca with the blast, gets stuffed, and the Kindred wall has held up a couple of times here against Coca. So Kindred able to come out of the timeout and bust up the run, and it'll make it 14-11 for Valley City. One thing Oak Grove was good at against Valley City was coming out of the timeout and going on a mini run to steal momentum back on their side. Valley City wants to prevent that from Kindred. Nielsen handles a lollipop serve now in the middle here to Peterson. Peterson taps it over. Kindred going outside here to Sanders. Sanders hits a blast. Suffolk able to keep it alive. Now Nielsen just lays it over the top. It's going to be a good opportunity here for Kindred. They go outside to Sanders. Sanders hits it to Suffolk, hits off the antenna, and yeah, that's just one of those you can't waste if you're Valley City, because you know that Kindred's got just a kill switch on the outside in Sanders. You can't afford not to have good opportunities on your third hit. Now line drive serve. Nielsen able to pick it up. Leak back out to Coca. Coca with the blast, and Kindred keeps it alive. They'll lay this over the top on 3. First touch by Nielsen. Leak setting it up in the middle here to Freeze. Freeze able to pick up her second tally of the day for Valley City off a block, and now with a kill. Highliners back in front by 3. We reach the halfway point of this first set. This one hit over the top. Kindred very quickly shovels it forward, and that'll be down on the Valley City side, and Nora Peterson not able to block it back onto the Vikings end. Keller holding out the ball. She's not going to be the one serving, heading out for the Vikings. That is going to be Lauren Onken. Onken, straight run up here. Nielsen with the first touch, nearly an ace. Suffolk hitting it way back in her own end. Put a good bit of power on it. Now Sanders deep in her own end. Suffolk with the dig. Now outside here to Nielsen. Nielsen with the blast. Valley City calling for a deflection. They're not going to get it. So just like that, Kindred, capitalizing off the Valley City miscues, has now pulled themselves back within one, 15-14 here in set number one. And since that timeout, it has been a 4-1 run by the Vikings. Leak in the middle here to Freeze. Freeze clips out the top, quick 1-2, and now a 3 by Kindred. They'll get it over. Now Leak sets it out here to a cutting Nora Peterson. Peterson with the blast, and you got a whistle, and it'll go for Kindred. They're going to say Peterson crossed underneath the net. Second time today, Valley City has tried that wheel play. Second time today, they have not been able to execute it properly, and second time today, they've given away a point because of it. 15-15, 5-1 run for Kindred out of the timeout. Now pushed outside here to Nielsen. Nielsen keeps it on the back line, just barely. The scouting report on Nielsen is that she's got a very powerful swing, but almost that it's better to let the wall just kind of let it go over the top. Sometimes has a tendency to overshoot. One-step serve here by Nora Peterson. Kindred. Drop shot coming up, and they're able, nope, not quite able to dig that one out. So good job there by the Vikings, faking a blast and then just dropping it over the top. Back line for Valley City not able to catch up with it. So this has been a game of runs, and right now both teams tied up at 16. Sanders back to serve. Jump serve by her, and Suffolk not able to handle it. So Valley City took a 4-point lead and has now watched it slip all the way away as Kindred now takes a 17-6 lead as we get into the late stages of this first set. Sanders hits it right to Suffolk. Leak over here to Freeze. Freeze able to pick up her second kill. Tied up 17-17. If there was ever a time for another one of those 5-0 runs, now would be the time. Morgan Larson with the running serve. Kindred doesn't get a great first touch to it. They'll get it closer to the front of the net than expected, but not much power on it. Valley City with a good setup here outside here for Katie Burchill. Burchill hits a blast. Diving play in the back end by Sanders keeps it alive. Ball away shot won't get out of play. That was a magical effort by Sanders to keep it alive, but just a subpar finish off that third touch. Valley City back in front by one. Larson deep serve, very close to the front of the net. Nielsen with a blast on one. That one very close to the front of the net. Kindred not going to get it over, so Valley City up by 2. Nielsen and Burchill both excel at reading the ball, getting close to the net, and both excel at swatting it back onto the other side. So Nielsen able to pick up a kill, her second. Kindred pushing it very close to the front of the net. Drop shot coming up. Good read there by Leak. Suffolk going to play it for Coca. Coca hits a blast right to Sanders. Shove it outside. Valley City with the easy read. Leak pushing it over to Nielsen. Nielsen with the blast. Clips it off the top of the Kindred wall. Vikings holding firm. Now they'll play it in the back end to Sanders. Sanders, mano a mano, matched up with Katie Burchill, and Burchill wins the war. And Valley City up by 3. 20-17. They've got that. They got a 4-0 run going right now. Larson with the line drive high into the air, close to the front of the net. Drop shot coming over. Burchill. They're going to get called for a lift. Yeah, that's what they're going to call her for. I see where they're coming from. I thought her hands remained pretty straight out there, but they're going to say kind of more of a throw rather than a swat. So really nice two-tap over there by Kindred. Caught Valley City off guard. Kindred going to give the point right back to Valley City off a service error. But it's not a bad play by Burchill. They two-tapped it over, and Valley City had no one there to cover the back end, so Burchill sticks up the hands, tries to swat it back, playing it behind her head. Again, just not quite able to prevent the lift. Little wobbler of a serve there by Nielsen. Now poke coming up on 3 by the Vikings. Outside opportunity here for Coca, and Coca with the drop shot softly off the top of the Viking wall, and Valley City in front by 4. And the Vikings will take a timeout, so that's their last timeout of the set. Highliners in front by 4. Back here with the end of our first set after this break.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional eye care centers, clearly the best.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
22-18 the lead for Valley City. Been a balanced effort so far. 2 kills for Nielsen, 2 kills for Freeze. 3 by Coca, 1 ace mixed in with a couple of service errors. Nielsen back to serve for Valley City as the Highliners up by 4 here in the late stages of the first. Nielsen with the run up here. Long ball easily picked up there by Sanders. Now the plate in the middle. Big shot picked up nicely there by Nielsen. Now to Coca. Coca, did she get a deflection? No, they're going to say it hit the line anyway, so Coca would kill number 4. 23-18 as Nielsen back there to serve again. He has been a spark plug for Valley City, sometimes serving that ball. Middle shot coming up. Nice pickup in the back line there. In the middle to Burcho. Burcho with the blast, and he'll pick it up. So Valley City with about 6 serves worth of set points coming up here. For Valley City, that is excellent little run they've been on here. Nielsen, of course, the one that never allowed Oak Grove to get the ball back after the Highlanders had a 8-5 lead. Never allowed the Grovers to touch it in that 5th set afterwards. Coca able to spike it down. Kindred hit it over on 2, but they call it a double hit. Coca was in perfect position anyway. It's doomed from the beginning, and all that did was rob Coca of her 5th kill. So Valley City closes out the first set strong, wins 25-18. So we'll be back here in a little bit with the start of set number 2 after this break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional eye care centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
We're back here getting set to begin our second set here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Valley City believe went on a 9-1 run to close out that last set. I think it was 17-16. Kindred able to take the lead, and then just all Valley City from that point out. 9-1 run to close things out. Sky Nielsen doing the serving there for the Highliners. And talking about Sky Nielsen, again, sometimes she's been a little bit inconsistent from the outside, but, I mean, her work in the back line has just been stellar this year. She's a great defensive player, great server. Talking about that Oak Grove game, I mean, that's the only other 5-setter Valley City's been in. It was a very tight. It was 7-5 at one point. Valley City gets the ball back with 8-5, taking a point off the Grover's serve. Grover's called timeout, essentially, I think, trying to freeze Valley City. And then Nielsen just never let the Grovers get the ball back the rest of the day and ends up winning that one 15-5 in the fifth. So she'll be starting out this set for Valley City serving, and we are back underway. Nielsen serve picked up there by Keller. Now a little drop pass there by the Vikings. Valley City a little too close to the front of the net there with Leak. So for the second time in a row, the Vikings will take the opening point of the set. Valley City just trying to bump set it there, but Leak not quite able to get her body angled right to put it straight up into the air. Instead just caught the underside of the net. Leak, much better setup here for Burchell. Burchell with the drop shot, and will put it away. Burchell, second kill for her. Game tied up at 1-1. Burchell plays volleyball, and I've said this before, very differently than she plays basketball. Basketball, it's going to be 4 quarters of her elbow into your midsection. In volleyball, very much cerebral player. She's at her best when she's hitting that drop shot. Kindred able to go around the antenna, or I should be able to say keep it in front of the antenna. That one was near the scorer's table, and I think Valley City was just anticipating a shot coming right at them. It just went kind of up and around the Valley City wall, and Highliners hit a bit too far to the right to get to it, so Kindred back in front here, 2-1. 2-1 lead here for the Kindred Vikings as Caitlin Brink back to serve. Brink with the run-up, easy serve, picked up here by Suffolk. Suffolk with the drop shot over on 2, or I should say Leak with the drop shot over on 2, and that'll be her first tally today. Again, that's why Valley City keeps her at the front line, is that even though she doesn't have the size really to play up front, she's very crafty up there, does a great job setting her teammates up, and also can steal you a point from time to time. Leak with the run-up here. Blast picked up there by Keller. Longer ball played up here for the Vikings. Go for the drop shot. Suffolk with the nice pickup. Back to Coca. Coca able to slam it into the Kindred wall, and it rolls right down the Viking front. Valley City takes their first lead of the second set. 3-2 game on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Leak back to serve here for Valley City. Oh, nearly an ace. Diving play by Keller keeps alive. Sanders follow-away shot. Nielsen not able to get to it. That is a testament to how good of a libero Keller is and how great of an athlete Sanders is. Falling away on that one. Doesn't have her feet underneath her and just hits an absolute scorcher. And Keller just, again, all the focus goes to Sanders, and rightfully so. Mallory Keller is about as good of a libero as you'll see in Class A. Now punch serve over the top, picked up there by Suffolk. Back here to Nora Peterson. Peterson trying to pick up her first kill. Kindred trying to keep it alive, but the dive on hit number 2 only sent it spiraling to the floor. 4-3 lead for Valley City as Coca moves to the back line to serve. Tight game, back and forth here in set number 2. Coca with the line drive serve. Keller with the pickup. Fall-away shot for the Vikings. Tipped and picked up there by Suffolk. Outside here for Freeze. Freeze able to punch it through and keep it in play. Might also caught a deflection as well. And Freeze with her third kill of the day. 5-3 lead for Valley City. Coca with a bullet. That nearly was an ace. Scooped off the deck. Barely. That'll be close to the front of the net. It won't get over. Brink picked that one up, no pun intended, from the brink. And just managed to elevate that. That was nearly a pretty-looking ace for Coca, but Valley City ultimately able to get the point. Another bullet by Coca. This one picked up by Brink again. Now out here for Sanders. Sanders with the drop shot, and that's the Bermuda Triangle of lost points as you had 2 players running in to get to the ball, and instead of going for the ball, one said, I got it, or might have said, I got it at the same time. Both looked at each other, and neither got it. 6-4 here for Valley City. Bullet serve here by Kindred. Suffolk taking it back. Nice read there by Leak off the bounce off the net. Now outside here for Sanders, and Sanders makes Valley City pay for the soft third touch. And Suffolk, don't think was given enough credit to the power of Ivy Trinbeth there, and kind of just swung her arms out there, able to deflect it into the net. Leak did a good job to read the deflection and pop it straight up into the air, but again, got to take advantage of Kindred when they're serving. Drop shot coming up here, quick tap. Valley City looking for a two-touch, not going to get it. Sanders with a poke. Good pickup there by Nielsen. Leak plays in the back to Coca. Coca with a spike and able to drive it through the heart of the Kindred defense for her kill number 5. Again, Kindred, like Valley City has the ultimate, eraser on the outside in Coca, which makes it so hard to put runs together. And it's just going to be a chess match of sorts. Drop shot coming on 2. Good pickup there by Leak. Now outside to Freeze. Freeze off her back foot, able to get over the top. Now Sanders back on the outside. Long ball picked up by Coca. Leak sets it up here for Nielsen. Nielsen with the drive, but wildly out of play. This is where Valley City would like to win some points at, is when Coca's in the back line. Nielsen to be a little bit more dialed in. Hope Valley City takes some points in what's going to be a little bit more of a lopsided front for Valley City. They'll go back outside here to Nielsen. Nielsen off her back foot. Keller with the pickup. Quick 1-2 here for the Vikings. Falling away off their back foot. Picked up in the back end by Suffolk. Leak to Coca, and Coca can't quite keep it in place, so we're tied up at 7 again. 7-7 as Sanders goes back to serve. Sanders hits it right to Nielsen, very close to the front of the net, gets one tapped over. Valley City didn't have anybody in the back line, so Vikings able to take advantage of the one hit by Valley City. And Sanders, she's just an exceptional athlete. You got a lot of players that are big that go back to serve, and they don't really do much to threaten anybody. That's not the case with Sanders. As good in the serving as she is in terms of spiking. Now Nielsen one hits it over again. Tap coming up. Valley City able to get to a freeze, and now Nielsen just has to lay it over the top. Vikings setting up a shot on the outside. Little spinner picked up there by Valley City. They'll go outside to Nielsen again. Nielsen hits it off the top of the tape, and they don't call the forehit, and now they do. It's the right call. Kindred just immediately screamed, and I can't blame them, and Valley City going to ask for a timeout. So Valley City need to find a way to start executing better, as Kindred has now taken a 9-7 lead. We'll be back here after this break on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
9-7 lead here for the Kindred Vikings, and Sanders has been doing what she does best, carrying Kindred on her back and carrying the scoring load as well. Their serves have caught Valley City off guard as they've hit it over on one the last 2 serves. This will be a much easier serve to handle. Be set up here for Burchell. Burchell, quick 1-2. Kindred somehow gets it over, millimeters off the floor. A 1-2 tap, they still keep it alive, and Freeze. If it touched a Kindred Viking, it'll be off them, but it didn't, and Valley City's just, that's a bad luck for them. That thing was inches off the floor, and they just wildly swing at it on 3 and get it over the top. And Kindred making a nice play here, but Valley City watching this set start slipping away. Out here to Freeze. Freeze able to roll it down the front of the Kindred wall. Never really see this from Valley City a lot. Usually if Coca's in the back line, Valley City doesn't lose much, but it's the one case where they almost want Coca to get as many opportunities as she can, because Sanders is that dynamic. Big blast. It'll go out of play clean, and that'll pull Valley City within 1. 10-9 here in set number 2. Running serve there by Larson, very close to the front of the net. Kindred going to have to play this off their back foot on 3. Coca able to dig that one out. Now out to Nielsen. Nielsen hits a blast. This one very close to the front of the net. Kindred going for the drop shot, able to pick it up is Valley City. Nielsen blasted off the top. They call the deflection, and Valley City will tie it up. So kill number 3 here for Sky Nielsen. As we're tied up at 10. In set number 2, Valley City holding the 1-0 lead. Larson with the run up, long ball over the top. Kindred setting it up here for Sanders in the back line. Easy read there for Suffolk. Now they'll go outside to Nielsen again. Nielsen clips out the top of the net and keeps it in play. So a wildly spinning shot able to be kept in play. So Valley City picks up a fortunate roll there. Now move back in front by 1. Valley City with the run out of the timeout. Larson deep serve picked up by Keller. Push to the outside here for Odegaard. Odegaard hits that one out. And it looks like Kindred might be angling for a timeout, and they will. So Kindred takes a timeout. Valley City now has a 12-10 lead. Back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
12-10 lead for Valley City here in set number 2. Going on a run to pull themselves out of a hole. I believe they're on a 5-0 run right now. Coming out of that timeout. Kindred was great coming out of their timeout as well. At least the first one they took in set number 1. With Sanders in the back line, this is where Valley City's got to be able to win with the likes of Burchell and Nielsen up front. Koka still very dangerous from the back spot, but again, you'd like to be able to see the kind of secondary scorer step up here for Valley City. Kindred drop shot on 2. Valley City gets the tip. Burchell fall away shot. Does stay in play? Yes, it does. Ooh, that was skirting all the way back and just stays in play. It's a very balanced effort for Valley City today in terms of kills. 13-10 lead for the Highliners. Larson with the running serve again, and this will be a quick touch here by Kindred. Odegaard with the drop shot, and Larson, I think, was angling more towards the middle. It ended up dropping off to her right and not able to get there on the dive. So the run finally busted up here for the Vikings as Valley City has a 2-point lead, 13-11 at the midway point of this second set. Koka able to get the dig. Now they'll go here to Nielsen. Nielsen, a little bit of missed time, but it ends up working out, and she hits a shrug. She knows she misplayed it. It's kind of like a swinging bunt in baseball. You'll get razzing from your teammates, but all you have to say is, hey, in the scorebook it goes down as a line drive, or in the book it goes down as a thunderous spike. And Nielsen might have rushed that serve a little bit, puts it into the net. Third service error for Valley City in this one, only one ace. 14-12 the lead for Valley City. Kindred taking their time here to get this serve up. Bullet picked up by Suffolk. Leak with the second touch. Now out to Koka. Koka gets roof. Nielsen with a good touch to keep it alive. Koka will hit this off her back foot and play it deep. Now they'll set this in the middle to Sanders. Sanders hits a blast well out of play. 15-12 Valley City. Nielsen has played a spectacular game defensively. Out of position on that one, just swings the arm up into the air, hits it into the air. And while it might look like a chaotic movement, she knows that all she has to do is get elevation on it. Suffolk nearly with an ace. Kindred pushed it to the outside, and that is a thunderous strike from Jenner Jordan, who has been quiet pretty much all day, except for right now. And that is about as picture perfect of a kill as you can get. Cross quarter, splits the defense just a few feet in front of the coffin corner. Brink back to serve. 15-13. Brink serve picked up by Suffolk. Leak going to set it out for Koka. Koka, a little fall away shot. Dug out by Brink. Well, they're going to say that Kindred had someone slide underneath the net. So Highliner's going to pick up a freebie there. Freeze coming in for Larson. as Leak moves back to serve. Leak with the run up, deep serve. Sanders with the pickup. They'll go right back to her on the outside. Big blast. Valley City lets it go out of play. Sanders a little out of control on her last 2 attempts, sending them all the way off the back wall. 17-13, Valley City with a 4-point advantage. Running serve here by Leak, and that'll be out of play. 4th service error for Valley City. That is the second one they've committed in this set, so they committed at least 2 service errors in each of their first 2. Again, you don't expect to do what you did against Lisbon, picking up those 12 aces, but you'd like to see the ace-to-air ratio start being closer to 1-to-1. Nielsen picks up the serve by Keller. Now Valley City a little too close to the front of the net. Will just lob it over the top with Freeze. And Kindred won't get this over the top of the net as Valley City will get a free point back. I've been surprised maybe by the lack of sharpness in the late stages here for the Vikings that allowed Valley City to run away essentially with that first set. And Valley City hasn't run away yet, but Kindred certainly has kind of gotten into their own ways in terms of building up momentum. That's nearly an ace, and it will be as the first 2 touches don't do anything to help the Vikings, and that'll be ace number 2 for Valley City, and now second time out for Kindred. 19-14 Valley City back here after this break on KOVC.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
19-14, Valley City in front as we're getting to the late stages of this second set. Again, what surprised me the most about Kindred has kind of been their sloppiness. Valley City has not run away and hit in this set at all, but it's just the lack of Kindred being able to create any runs. They very much have gotten in their own way. Koka with the running serve here after picking up the ace. Kindred much better handling that one. Sanders on the outside going for the drop shot. Nielsen able to keep it alive. No, they're going to call it hit the floor. Back judge. Nearly another highlight defensive play there from Sky Nielsen, but not quite able to get there with the outstretched hand. Now Kindred with the late rotation here. I think they'll be bringing in someone to serve, and that'll be Ivy Trenbeth. Now, Trenbeth caught, I believe it was Suffolk pretty much by surprise with the power she generated last time. There'll be another powerful serve. Suffolk does a better job handling it. It'll be outside here for Nielsen. Kindred able to stuff the attack. Suffolk bump sets it back to Nielsen. Nielsen gets the deflection clear as day, and Valley City will pick up another point. So 5 kills now for Sky Nielsen. 20-15, the lead for Valley City. Nora Peterson, one-step serve, big blast. Keller is able to get to it. Sanders playing a little bit deeper. Pop shot coming up. Freeze hits it back over on one. Now second drop shot from Kindred, handled by Valley City. Nielsen with a blast off the top of the Kindred wall. Kindred going to set this over to Sanders. Sanders fall-away shot picked up there by Peterson. Leak sets it up for Burchell. Burchell can't quite put it away. No, she will. They're going to call a lift on Kindred. 21-15, 6-point advantage for Valley City. Peterson, one-step serve, able to get there. Now outside over Sanders, and she puts it into the net. Sanders with 3 bad hits in this one, and Valley City will certainly not look the gift horse in the mouth when they're handing them 3 points. 22-15, Kindred out of timeout, so they'll have to recover out of their funk of their own. Middle ball here for the Vikings, picked up nicely by Koka. Leak sets it up for Nielsen, and Valley City's going to have slid in too far underneath the net. Might have had too many forward. So Kindred picks up the freebie, 22-16. It'll be Sanders back to serve. She can most definitely spark Kindred from that back line, but offensively is when Kindred starts to drop off a little bit. Nielsen with the first touch. Now out here to Freeze. Freeze nearly picks up another kill. Tried to do the drop shot. Now Kindred off their back foot. It's a little lob, easily picked up there by Coca. Now they'll set it to Coca in the back line. Big blast, quickly gets on Trinbeth. And Katie Coca picks up number 6. Very balanced effort today by Valley City. Not seeing one player dominate. Coca was kind of the closer in that first set. Larson with the big serve, chases Kindred all the way to the back line. Do a good job to shuffle it forward, but this will just be an easy lob over the top. Leak sets it over here to Nielsen. Nielsen, did she catch a deflection? No, she did not. That's out of play. 5-point advantage for Valley City, needing 2 points to move to a 2-0 lead. Suffolk with the first touch. Now wheeling out here to Burchill. Burchill doesn't get a lot of power on it, but Kindred plays it very close to the front of the net. Valley City able to handle it. Now Nielsen hit it probably a bit deeper than she wants, but she splits the defense regardless. 6 kills here for Sky Nielsen as Kindred very much is challenging Nielsen. And again, Nielsen has that power. And she has, again, played a phenomenal game so far. And now she'll move back to serve. Oh, that one is punched over the top. And second service error for Nielsen in this one. That is now error number 5 on Valley City. So 24-18. Kindred needs 6 serves to go their way, and they can't even get one to go their way. They put it into the net, and Valley City will win 25-18 again. So 25-18 win for Valley City, dominating the middle section of that set. And now Valley City looking to maybe make it a quick night. Again, can never take a Kindred team lightly, even one that's cornered the way they are. So we'll be back here after the quick break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City. Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Back here at the Highliner Activity Center, for those watching on KOVC Live, you're seeing right now of the youth volleyball showcase that they got going on right now, which is why we're having a little bit of a longer break than we're usually having, but gives us a little bit of time to talk about Valley City up 20, won the first two sets each 25-18. Both sets a little different. Valley City kind of really controlled the middle stages of that second set and really never allowed Kindred to get going. Now, like I said, Kindred was their own worst enemy in that set in terms of just misplays, stuff like that. And again, Valley City, you don't look the gift horse in the mouth, and you certainly don't give, and you certainly, don't complain about, getting up the way you did. But you have to expect that Kindred's best punch is coming, and you have to expect Taylor Sanders' best punch is coming. The first set you won. A couple of runs. You had that 5-0 run to get you the lead, 14-10. Then Kindred comes back with what would have been about a 7-2 run, take the lead, and then you end up outrunning them 9-1 to end the first. So Valley City has kind of won both ways. They've won with kind of controlled burst in the first set, and they won with just kind of playing the better game in set number 2. And again, you got to expect the best punch from Kindred is coming up. Kindred was lined up over in the corner off by themselves during the intermission. Valley City sitting as a team on the bench. They certainly look to be the more relaxed team, but Kindred definitely a team that has just the ability to put together a strong set. So it'll be Kindred once again serving to open things up. Valley City has yet to take the opening point of any of these first two sets, but then again, when you won the first two sets 25-18, maybe you just let this ball fall in play. Collins McQuillan, very talented basketball player, now back to serve. Sophomore with the run-up, and hits it right to Kinley Suffolk. We're back underway. Middle here to Coca. Coca gets Roof. Birchall gets a piece to it. Now Valley City will lay this over the top. Good defense by Kindred to force the weak Valley City hit. Now middle ball coming over, and Valley City able to get to it. Now they'll shove it in the middle here to Coca. Coca able to put it in the back corner. Sanders slid too far over. Coca now with 7 kills today, moving in front of Sky Nielsen's had herself a nice day. She had 6 as well. 1-0 lead for Valley City. First time taking the lead to open up a set. Suffolk back to serve. Again, honored in the pregame ceremonies, reaching 1,000 career digs, and Sky Nielsen unable to dig that one out. They did a good job on the cross-court punch. And we're tied up here at 1-1. Back to serve will be Caitlin Brink. Brink going to get a run-up all the way from the Valley City baseline. Now this running serve picked up easily there by Larson. Probably a bit too wayward on the touch. So Valley City will just get this over on 3. Good opportunity here for the Vikings. They go to Sanders. Sanders clips it off the top of the Valley City wall. Diving effort by Larson keeps it alive. I'll see again, just forced to lay it over the top. Kindred made a bit of a hash of it, scrambling towards the front here. Poke shot coming up. Nielsen gets it over the top on 1. Now Kindred setting up an outside attack Long ball. Nielsen with the first touch. Larson left scrambling. She'll get enough of it to give Valley City a chance. Suffolk gets it over on 3. Vikings going for a shot in the middle. Nielsen with the first touch. Over here to Coca. Coca's blast. Did it clip a Viking? No, it did not. It was great defensive effort there from Valley City. They got the look they wanted with Coca. Just Coca might have been anticipating a wall that didn't come and just not quite able to get that one dialed in. Saw early on in the first set, Coca, I would say in 4 of her first 5 attempts, kind of just did not have it dialed in, hitting a couple around back, some into the net, some off the antenna. Peterson with the drop shot, easy read there for Kindred. Now they go outside here to Sanders. Sanders matched one-on-one. Larson barely can do anything to get a piece of it. So Kindred with the better setup here. Valley City's got to start getting better touches to give themselves an opportunity. Have not had a lot of quality touches on 3. 3-1 lead here for the Vikings. They've been the team that's probably started hotter. Valley City's been the one that's finished better. Suffolk not with a great first touch, but Kindred not with a great touch afterwards. But they'll get it over on 3, so a little messy break there for both sides. Peterson on the outside gets stuffed. Sanders with the block, and yep, she's starting to feel it now. Vikings up early, 4-1. And we saw this in the first set where the Vikings got out to a big lead. Wanted to watch Valley City chip away and take a big lead of their own. Then they came back to make it 17-6 before Valley City just ran them out of the gym to end that first set. Brink, long serve. Suffolk picks it up. Leak with the setup here, and they'll go to Coca. Coca just hits it right into the teeth of the Kindred defense. And they'll call a violation here, and they're going to call it on Kindred. Valley City gets a little bit of a reprieve there as Kindred commits an error to hand Valley City a freebie. Now you're hoping Bryn Leak, who's moving back to serve, will be able to spark a highliner rally, the way she did in set number 2. Leak's serve picked up there by Keller down to one knee. Outside attack here for the Vikings, picked up nicely there by Valley City. Coca, a little flat foot shot, and Keller doesn't get a great first touch to it, but just enough to get it towards the front of the net. Now Coca close to the front of the net, drop shot. Nice read there by Sanders. They'll go back outside to Sanders. Sanders with a blast. Suffolk will try to dig that one out. Again, the lack of quality third chances here for Valley City has been a little glaring to start out. Now one by Coca. Coca never was really able to build any momentum, so she's hitting a flat foot shot. And again, Kindred been playing very good defense to open up this set. And that'll be a freebie given away off a service error by the Vikings. So both teams have left a lot to be desired from the service line in terms of the errors they've committed. Valley City has committed at least 2 in each set so far. Coca's serve picked up there by Brink. That'll be a back set here for Kindred. Hit high into the air by Maddie Freeze. And Leak able to angle over to get to it. Now Freeze clips it on the back line. She did. Off-schedule play once again by Valley City. And, well, maybe wanted to leave it a little bit closer to not going out than Freeze did. But ultimately, that's probably what got him the point. So Freeze, again, not going to rack up the team lead in kills, but always going to pick up some timely ones. And, yeah, that's one of those timely service errors that Valley City did not want to deal with. It's weird. Against every other team but Kindred, Valley City's been a pretty consistent unit, only averaging about, I'd say, 1.5 service errors per set. Against Kindred, they've committed far more. Nora Peterson with a big swing, and will pick up a kill. I believe that is her first of the day. Valley City back within 1. 6-5 lead for the Kindred Vikings as Peterson going to take the one-step serve, a little bit of a spinner. Picked up there by Odegaard. Sanders playing a little deeper, but got some momentum behind her, and it just clips the back line. Valley City, nothing they could do there, and just except hope it just goes out of play. Now this is where Valley City might be able to make some hay with Sanders in the back line. She's not quite as good of a defender as I would say Coca is in the back line. She is a fantastic server. So if you can bust her serve quickly, that Kindred's front line becomes a lot less dynamic. Freeze on the outside, big blast, and can't keep it in play. So this is kind of where I think this set is going to teeter on. If Valley City can just kind of stymie the Vikings with Sanders in the back line, it gives them a chance. But if they allow her to dominate this game from the service line, this could be a long set for Valley City Nielsen hits a bomb and hits it out of play, and we're looking over towards the Valley City bench. And they're not calling a timeout yet. Highliners not coming out quite as sharp as they had before, but they'll get a break, and sometimes that's all you need. That'll be in a service error. Now again, with Sanders in the back line, she's very athletic and get to the ball, but again, not quite the defender of Koka's level. So again, that makes the Kindred line a little bit smaller, but this is when you need Burchell and Nielsen to start stepping up. This will be poked outside, running shot by Kindred. They'll just get it over the top. Leak sets it to Burchell. Burchell with the drop shot. Good read by Keller. Now this will be shoved over on 2. Good pickup by Sefficool. Back out here to Nielsen. Nielsen with the drop shot. Kindred still keeping it alive. Now they'll hit a flat footer. That goes deep. Koka just able to realize it was going out of play. So 9-7 for Valley City. Morgan Larson back to serve. Larson with the run up here. Keller down to one knee to pick it up. They'll set this one back for Sanders. Sanders, big blast. Koka dives to get to it. And that is what Kindred really needs, is for Sanders to be able to dominate this game when she's in the back. And, that's just a phenomenal blast. And just Koka took a swing at it, trying to just pop it up into the air, but it was a line drive to the ground. Kate Odegaard back to serve. Odegaard's blast picked up there by Larson. Now will be too far forward, and Burchell just not able to do anything with it. It'll be on the Valley City end. Kindred up by 4. Again, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Valley City take a timeout yet. Coach Claybo trusting her team to work through it, but not quite as polished as they've been showing. That'll be a one-hit over by Valley City. Be reset on the outside here for Nielsen. Nielsen with a blast. Kindred pops it up into the air. Vikings are just going to have to lay this over the top on 3. Their defense has been very good so far. Outside here for Nielsen again. She gets roofed. Valley City scrambling. Leak with the drop shot on 2. Able to handle it. Now outside they go to Jordheim, and Jordheim hits it out of play. So this is where the game could swing. You still have Sanders in the back line for Kindred, and now Koka shifts to the front for Valley City, and now Nielsen to the front, or to the service line for Valley City. Jordheim with the hit, easily picked up there by Sefficool. Now to Koka. Koka gets a clip off the top of the Kindred wall. They go back here to Jordheim. Jordheim throws it over the top. Valley City easily handles it. Back out here to Burchell. Burchell fall-away shot picked up by Keller. Now they'll set it for Sanders. Sanders hits it, just clips it off the top of the net. Koka gets a quick tap on the outside. Drop shot, no good. Kindred gets it over on 1, but Koka now just has to get over the top. Miscommunication by Valley City. Now Burchell shoves it deep. Kindred, quick 1-2. They'll throw it over the top. Neither team getting good looks right now. Koka on the outside hits a blast and finally puts it away. Both teams took turns at looking like they were going to let that point slip away, and Valley City finally the one that creates the better chance, and back within 2. So again, with Sanders in that back line and your best attacking player at the front of the net for Valley City, this is where you need a run. Need Nielsen to be true with her serve. Focus less on the aces and more just getting it over the top. Drop shot coming up. It'll be off the top of the net. Valley City able to handle it. Ball very close to the front of the net, and an overset there by Nielsen. Nielsen trying to set up Koka, but just shoved it too far to the front, and that is going to move Sanders into the attack position. But now you got to win with best on best right now, and Kindred gives Valley City another freebie. The service errors right now are keeping Valley City in this one. Sefficool back to serve. Sefficool hits it right at Sanders in the back line. Now Kindred pops it to the outside, and Valley City, they're just not able to handle it right now. Ivy Trinbeth picks up the kill. Valley City just having a hard time winning points off their serve. Even with Sanders, even when Sanders was in the back line, now she moves to the front. Valley City was having a hard time winning points off their serve, and that allowed Kindred to just hang around, and now they're right where they want to be. 3-point lead, best player at the front for the next couple of rotations. Now Valley City, again, they're going to have to win best on best now. Koka on the outside hits a blast, and that'll be one hit over. Nor Peterson one taps it. Koka with a tap. Both sides trading one-shot blows. Sanders on the outside. Valley City trying to scramble to keep it alive, and Larson just hit it into the air but had no one behind her. Valley City, they can't put away Kindred right now. The shots that were falling in the first two sets are not falling right now, and it's the Kindred Vikings with all the momentum. Caitlin Brink moving back to serve. She's the one that got out Kindred to that early advantage. Serve, Suffolk with the pickup. Leak, drop shot, and puts it out of play. And, I mean, when are you going to take the timeout? Now they'll take it. I'm very surprised that this is when Valley City is going to spend the timeout. I think they took a little too long to get that one in. 15-10, the lead in set number 3. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Now the timeout, 15-10 lead for the Kindred Vikings here in set number 3. Valley City has the 2-0 lead, but it's been Kindred that has been a much sharper team in this third set. Valley City hoping the timeout will wake them up. Leak with the bump set here. Got to play it deep with Koka. Koka, no power on that one. Easily picked up there. Now blast by Sanders, and Nielsen did everything she could to try to give her team an opportunity. But, again, when you don't create good opportunities, Kindred's got the eraser on the outside, and we saw first game of the season that they are just willing to just go 1-2 left side all day, and that's what they've done so far. 16-10, Valley City again, doesn't create a good chance. Koka off her back foot, deep in her own end, can't put it away. Now Sanders, a little drop shot, Koka able to get to it. Now they'll set it outside here. Peterson fall away shot, no power on it. Kindred running into each other. Sanders on the outside, and that'll be in play. And this is just a runaway right now for the Kindred Vikings. And Valley City, they had their opportunities with Sanders in the back line with Nielsen. That's when they've made their move, but just the inability to create good chances in this third set, something that has really played in favor of the Vikings. Brink back to serve. She has been the spark plug for Kindred in this game. Outside here for Peterson. Peterson, quick 1-2, and that'll be a lift, so Peterson hit a blast. It was a quick 1-2, but it clearly rolled up the arm of Keller there. So 6-point deficit Valley City's got to overcome here, down 17-11 here in the third. Leak with the run-up. And it'll be a setup outside here for Trenbeth. Suffolk with the good pickup. Now over to Peterson. Peterson with the drop shot. Sanders hits it over now. Kindred shoves it over on 2. Nielsen, good running pickup in the back line. Freeze will put it away, and Freeze with another one of those timely kills. She's got 5. So Valley City, 2-0 run here to pull themselves within 5. Now a drop shot coming up. Kindred dives, hits it over on 1 with Keller. Suffolk going to bump set it over to Koka, and Koka gets the best look she's probably had all set and makes it a 4-point game. And now Kindred smartly going to take their timeout, trying to bust up the Valley City momentum. Highliners back within 4, back here in a minute.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
17-13, and this is where if you're Valley City, you really got to start making some hay. Like, you got to – it doesn't all have to be in one chunk, but there can't be any more you getting a 3-0 run, you allow Kindred to get all the points back. This is when you got to start putting some pressure on the Vikings, because what we've seen so far is when the pressure gets put on the Vikings, they've been susceptible to making some mistakes. That's what Valley City wants right now. They need to avoid mistakes of their own and try to put the pressure back on Kindred. Larson to serve, line drive. Trenbeth one hits it over, and it goes out of play, so rare ace for Valley City. That'll be their third. They've gotten, I think, at least one ace in every set so far today. 17-14, Highliners within 3. Larson, another good-looking serve, very close to the front of the net. They're going outside to Sanders. Sanders gets roofed, and it's deflected and out of play, so that'll be Kindred busting up the run there for Valley City. Now is, you're not going to be able to go on these monster runs, but you got to be able to steal a couple of points at a time. Again, with Sanders at the front of the net, you know that it's only a matter of time for Kindred's going to put up a point of their own. Coca on the outside. She hits a blast, gets roofed, and Suffolk stuck out an arm, and this is what you can't afford to do if you're Valley City. You get the look you want on the outside, but you don't put the point away, and then you just give the point right to them off a deflection. Don't know if it was going out of play or not, but you can't afford to get 4-0 runs and then immediately hand Kindred back 3 to 4 of them. Outside here for Nora Peterson. She hits a blast. Great play by Keller to keep it alive. Now outside here for Freeze. Freeze has been timely all day, but you can't pick up the kill there. Reset outside here for Trenbeth. Trenbeth can't keep it in play. So Valley City will get the ball back down 4. Coca in the back line. So this is when you need Freeze, Peterson, and Nielsen come through. Fall away shot here. And it doesn't do a good job of getting set on that one. Freeze on the outside. Fall away shot. Hit right into the air by McQuillan. Now outside here for Sanders off her back foot. Nielsen with the first touch. Looks like they're setting up in the middle here for Coca. Coca with the push. Easy pickup there for McQuillan. Sanders with a running shot. Coca in perfect position. Now in the middle to Nora Peterson. Peterson scoop shot. Gets hit by Kindred. Valley City will get a crack at it. Freeze will shove it deep. Running effort there by the Vikings to give it alive. Good setup here for Sanders. Sanders hits a blast and out of play. Woo! That's the type of break you need if you're Valley City. It was the perfect setup there by the Vikings to turn not much into something. Sanders just had that one just go too far out. Now we're having discussions here between the libero Mallory Keller and the official up in the stand. Well, City within 3, 19-16 in favor of the Vikings here in set number 3. Running serve by Coca, picked up there. Now they'll set it on an outside shot. Again, not a great look there for the Vikings. Outside here for Freeze. Freeze gets stuffed. Looked like it was going out of play, but she elected to play it. Now Nielsen with the poke, and will put it away. Good job there by Nielsen to pick up a teammate after Freeze looked like she played a ball that was going out of play. Now you're within 2. Now you put some pressure back on Kindred. After being down 17-10, you've come back and made this a competitive set. Coca back to serve. Line drive serve. Very close to the front of the net. Very close. One hit over by the Vikings, and Maddie Freeze is there to pick up the kill. Her 6, and Kindred will take a timeout. The Highliners have cut it to 1. Back here in 1 minute on KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecare-centers.com and make an appointment today. Professional eye care centers, clearly the best.
Valley City within 1 here, 19-18 here in set number 3. Highliners trying to pull themselves level here. Coca with the run up. Just an easy serve down the middle, picked up by Sanders. Now they'll set up Sanders in her own end, and that'll be deflected and out of play. Don't know who deflected it for Valley City. Suffolk stuck up her hands and carried out of play. That one's hit on a bullet, so it was Valley City, again, doing a good job of cutting it down to 2. Now you've got the Vikings making some rotations here, and now you got to be able to win points off your own serve and got to bust up any Kindred runs. Bullet serve picked up by Suffolk. They'll set things over here for Nielsen, falling away, and that just carries out of bounds. It's one thing that you got to be able to do. You got to be able to get your feet underneath you, and that just was not the case there for Nielsen. So Ivy Trenbeth back to serve, 5'7", junior, 21-18. Trenbeth with the serve. Suffolk with not a great first touch. Coca able to keep it alive, but Valley City again, not what they want to do. Kindred almost makes a hash out of this. They'll shove it deep, and it'll be in the perfect spot. Valley City got caught watching the ball. They weren't paying attention to who was in the back end. Now Valley City will take a timeout. And after all the momentum Valley City got, it's now gone. Kindred back in front by 4. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Quick timeout for Valley City, and you got to imagine it's just one of those timeouts where the coach is just telling the team to calm down. It's just a lack of execution on that one. It was a quick 1-2 by Kindred. Valley City thought that perhaps they were going to get a freebie, weren't paying attention to where they were rotated on defense, just left a big vacant hole in the backside of the defense, and ultimately gave Kindred as good as what was a service error. Now outside here, Nora Peterson. Peterson not able to put it away. Kindred going to go outside to Sanders. Off the top of the wall for Valley City and out of play. And this is where Kindred wants to be. They've got the lead late. They got their best player at the front of the net. Valley City has handed Kindred far too many points, and right now they're staring up at a big mountain here late in this third set to try to come back from. Bullet serve, and that hits off the top of the net. Valley City able to pick it up. Coca hits this one off the back wall. I mean, this is just about as dysfunctional as Valley City has looked this set. I mean, all that momentum to cut it down to 1, and you haven't put up a point since then. 5-0 run for the Vikings, looking to make this extend 1 set longer. Nielsen hits a blast, doesn't get a lot on it. Now outside here for Sanders. Sanders hits it to Nielsen. Valley City stumbling over themselves. Leak will just have to shove this deep. They're going to go right to, no, they don't go to Sanders. They go on the outside. Coco picks it up. Now in the middle here for Nora. Nora with the drop shot. Quick 1-2 down to the floor. So Valley City is in control of their own destiny, and for the first time today, we'll have a set that does not end 24 or 25-18. Nora Peterson back to serve. Peterson just one serve over the top. He set this up in the middle. Poke shot, easy read there by Leak. Peterson out front here to freeze. Oh, Valley City, they're calling for a 4-hit, and I think they're going to get it, or a lift. And they are going to get it, so that's 1 of 5. Peterson might not be the likely one to spark Valley City, but she does not hit it into the net very often. They're going to go outside to Sanders. Sanders off her back foot. Koch able to get to it. Leak sets it up for Burchell. Burchell just has to tap it over the top. They play this very close to the net. Drop it over on 2. Good read by Leak. Now we're to Maddie Freeze. Maddie Freeze off her back foot, clips out the top of the Viking wall. They're going to Sanders, trying to put it away. The wall holds up. Dive by Keller. Can't quite put it away. Both teams have no timeouts, so we're going no interruptions all the way to the end. 24-21. That's 2 of 5. Nora Peterson, another bullet serve. This one will be one hit over. Valley City one hits it over. The wall holds up, and now the Vikings diving around. They can't put it away. Valley City now makes it a 2-point game again. Peterson back to serve. On the run up here. Just a nice, easy serve over the top. Very close to the front of the net. Back foot shot for the Vikings. Picked up there by Peterson. Very close to the front of the net. Nielsen able to poke it over the top. They're going to go to Sanders on the outside. Sanders drop shot. Koka dives to get to it. Now they set it for Nielsen. Nielsen blasts it into the wall. Sanders pops it up into the air. Now they go to Sanders. Fall away shot. And the Valley City defense finally breaks. Leaning one way, ball went to the other. They make it competitive, but ultimately mistakes doomed Valley City. Too many to beat a good team like Kindred in that set. And the Vikings now with all the momentum head into the fourth set as Valley City with the 2-1 lead still, but has some work left to do. This will not be the easy night like maybe they thought it was going to be. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Set to begin our 4th set here in Valley City. It was a 25-22 win for the Vikings in that set. Valley City cut it down to a manageable deficit not once but twice, but you just allowed Kindred to have a run at the wrong time. You cut it within 1, but then immediately you allow them to go on a 5-0 run, and then they needed pretty much all of those 5 points they got to be able to hold on for the win. Just can't do it. When Sanders in the back line, you can't allow Kindred to go on 4-0 runs. You just can't. You got to be the one making the moves there. Sanders is up front. You're going to be splitting points. It's just kind of how it's going to be. When Sanders is at the front, you got to be able to split points with her and Koka. When she's in the back line, that's when you got to start winning the margins. And Valley City just did not win the margins when they had the opportunity to. And just it's going to come down to, really, for Valley City, creating quality chances. That third set, I think early on they really struggled creating those quality chances at the front. You also got to give Kindred credit. They played a phenomenal defensive set for the most part in that third set. So just all kind of comes down to executing at a higher level. You were very relaxed going into that set. It wasn't a big huddle. Kindred was very locked in and focused. So interesting to see how this plays out. And Valley City starts it out with their 7th service error of the day as Nielsen lets it go out. Now, the good news is that while that is a service error and you want to avoid those, every time Valley City has dropped the first point of a set, they've won. Outside here to Burchell. Burchell has this one pop off the top of the Kindred wall. Now outside they go, and a quick two-touch, and that immediately puts the Vikings up by 2. One team right now looks locked in and focused. The other one looks a little bit rattled, and Kindred is certainly the team that looks to be the locked-in one. Suffolk able to dig that one out. Now to Koka. Koka with the push, and again, just no power on it. Kindred easily handles it. Now outside they go, and miscommunication. It's a 3-0 lead. I mean, all the talking, all the communication, all the good setups that were there in the first 2 sets have completely evaporated. And Kindred has certainly been able to take advantage of it. So Collins McQuillan back to serve. 3-0 lead for Kindred here in set 4, trying to force a 5th. Outside here to Burchell. Burchell doesn't get a good shot at it. Now outside for the Vikings, running shot. This one popped into the air by Nielsen. Big blast by Koke, able to keep it in play. So Valley City able to pick up the point there, as that'll make it a 3-1 advantage here for the Vikings as Suffolk moves back to serve again. This set started off with an error by Valley City. And that'll be another error. Back-to-back errors. I mean, this is, I've just never seen this except when Valley City plays Kindred. It's almost like they're trying to make up for the other team, you know, maybe they're almost trying to win the aces battle. And that's just not what Valley City needs to do. They just need to focus on just, you know, being the more composed team. And that'll be an ace for Kindred. And Valley City, again, they just look rattled right now. They look like they're trying to do too much at the service line. It looks like they're hesitant on knowing where the ball's going. And certainly, you do not want to be starting slow if you get to set 5. Now we go outside here to Koka. Koka able to pick up a kill. Not a hard shot, but ultimately one that is able to tip its way out of bounds off a misjudged Kindred jump. So Leak back to serve. Freeze coming in for Larson. Kindred shuffling towards the front. Now outside to Sanders on the line. Yes, it is. This is why you can't fall down to Kindred, because as soon as you fall down to them, they're going to cut every single run you have short. Sanders is just too good on the outside to be able to bank a 3-0, 4-0 run. So you got to be able to, you know, pretty much split, like I said, with her. And now Koke able to pick up a kill, and Koke's had herself a good game. By my count, she's got 10 kills so far, but this is where they need her really to take over. But the problem is now she's back to serve, so not a lot of scoring chance are going to go to her way. Now Kindred, little shot on the outside. Good first touch there by Leak. They're going to set it up for Koka. Koka going for the drop shot. Can't put it over the top of the net. And, I mean, you want to talk about frustrating for Valley City. They're down 4 points, and 3 of those 4 points have all been because they can't get the ball over the net. Trinbeth back to serve. Picked up there by Suffolk. And Nielsen going to pop this one over the top. They're going to quickly set this up outside for Sanders. Sanders, big blast, and stays in play. Kindred, I mean, they've looked like the team that you expect them to be since falling down 2-0. I mean, they've looked like the aggressive team. They're feeding the right players in Valley City. They just look like a team that's just a little disconjointed right now. Outside here for Nora Peterson. Peterson doesn't get anything on that. Now Kindred will shuffle it up. to Sanders. Sanders drop shot. No one's there, and that's another kill for her. I mean, this is just a runaway right now, and Valley City's going to call a timeout. They are trailing 9-3. Momentum firmly on Kindred's side as we take the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
9-3 lead for the Kindred Vikings. They have just absolutely run over Valley City in the early stages of this fourth set. Kindred's creating the better chances. They're getting the better serves. They're playing the better defense. And for a team in Valley City that played about as well as they did in the first two sets, this is probably about as disjointed as I've seen them in the last two. Serve that carries to the back end. Coca picks it up. Now over here for Freeze. Freeze with a drop shot. Kindred able to pop it up. Now to Sanders on the outside. Nielsen dives to keep it alive. Coca in the middle with a blast and he'll put it away. Coca now with 11 kills, and even though she's in the back line, you've got to start feeding number 4. So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Valley City's got a lot of work ahead of them. Nora Peterson, deep serve. Kindred doesn't get a great first touch to it. Sanders, fall away shot. Coca with the good first touch. Now they set it outside here for Freeze, and Freeze tries to go cross court and just puts it into the net. That's now 5 points. Valley City has just gifted the Vikings off just not being able to get the ball over the net. Straight on serve. Coca with a strong first touch. Burchill will hit a ball right to Sanders. Sanders takes a wild swing at it and puts it over the head of all the rest of her teammates. So Valley City within 5. Sanders in the back line. Got to hope for Valley City that'll mean an opportunity for them to start making a move. Leak with the strong serve. That one very close to the net. Valley City wins the battle at the front. That's also who needs to step up. Katie Burchill. Burchill very good at reading the plays at the front of the net. If you can start getting Kindred hitting the ball strong off your serve towards the front of the net, that's where Burchill can really come into play. A good-looking serve. Challenges Kindred. Have to go down low to get it. Pop shot over the top. Nielsen with the first touch. We'll set it over here to Burchill. Burchill hits it to Keller. Kindred tries to throw it over the net, and will put it into their own. Now Valley City within 3. 10-7 lead. Valley City looking to claw their way back into this. Line drive serve. Kindred pops it straight up into the air. Now they'll play it to Sanders. Sanders, long ball, out of play. Highliners within 2. And now it'll be the Vikings taking a timeout. So both teams now have found a way to even this thing up a little bit. 10-8 for the Vikings here in set number 4. Back after this break on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Valley City, after taking a timeout, being down 9-3, have since gone on a 5-1 run to pull themselves within 2. And with Sanders in the back line, that front line for Kindred becomes a lot less dynamic. They still have, size up there, but it's not the power that they have with Sanders. It's not the run stopper. It's where Valley City, you gotta take advantage of it. They've done a little bit of that so far. Larson hits it deep. Keller with the first touch. Sanders bops it up. This is just going to be a flat foot shot over on 3. Leak sets it up for Nielsen. Nielsen with a blast. Gets stuffed and caught too much of that net. 6 points now. Valley City just has not been able to get it over the net. And I think Kindred will get credit with the block, but that hit a lot of net and just it's just been a lot of freebies for Valley City handing out to Kindred in this one. Bullet serve, Suffolk with the first touch. Leak going to set this over to Nielsen. Nielsen cross quarter, able to keep it in play. Now Valley City tipped a one shot straight back onto their own side, and this is where you can't start faltering. Kate Odegaard back to serve. Just getting in your own way. It's kind of what Kindred did in the second set, and Valley City's kind of done it in this one. Outside here to Burchill. Burchill gets stuffed, will keep it alive. Valley City's looked like for a minute claiming that Kindred might have came down on top of the net. Outside opportunity here, big blast, and it'll go out of play. Good read by Valley City to let it go out. Jordheim was the one with the big swing. Nielsen back to serve. This has been someone who's been able to spark some Valley City rallies, but her serving has been a little haywire today. 3 service errors for her and make that 4. It's a sign of a player overthinking it right now. It's kind of, the way I can equate it to is if you ever have something that you're trying not to leave at the house on your way to work, you say, don't forget this, don't forget this, don't forget this, and you end up forgetting it. Koka hits a blast. Keller with a nice dig. She's had a great game. Drop shot coming up. Leak with the first touch. Valley City getting in their own way. Fall away shot and goes out of play. There's just no communication right now for Valley City. This just looks like a team that right now is stunned. Running serve here for the Vikings. Suffolk hits it over on one. Kindred puts it straight down. Good read by Burchill to get it over. Suffolk with the first touch. DeCoke on a fall away, able to get it over the net, but not with a lot of power. Shot coming up. Nielsen picks it up. Now to Leak. Over to Koka. Koka trying to bury it. Keller digs it again. That'll go out of play. Valley City will catch a much-needed break. There's no way that caught any hands. Oh, no way. Oh, no way that clipped off anybody. No one jumped high enough to clip it. Well, because it's Kindred, it's going to count. No one jumped high enough for Valley City to deflect that ball at all. That is weird. And again, weird things happen when you play Kindred. Allen to the front of the net, and it's one hit over, and Valley City has completely fallen apart right now. And here's the problem, is that they're falling apart and they're getting behind early, which does not bode well going into a fifth set where you're racing to 15 points. This one popped up into the air. Now will be outside here for Burchill. Burchill hits a blast. Kindred now with the setup here. Long shot. Nielsen with the first touch. Now back to Koka. Koka with the blast. Now Kindred scrambling to keep it alive, and they'll finally have a ball go over their bench. 12th kill for Koka. Suffolk back to serve. Just 8 service errors in this game. 7 points in this set alone given up because of net balls. Big blast, and that'll go through Suffolk's hands. There's nothing Valley City can do right now. They're just treading water right now. They're out of rhythm. They're just really out of rhythm. Nothing they're doing is working. The serves aren't working out. The defense is just not as crisp as it was in the first 2 sets, and Kindred is too good of a team to give this many chances to. Koka on the outside, and Koka with the blast, and nicely picked up in the back line. Drop shot on 2. Peterson with the first touch. Now they'll go back outside to Koka. Koka, does she clip? Valley City's looking for the touch. I mean, Cynthia Clabo is just beside herself right now. Kindred pretty much began this run with a questionable call, and now they get to continue the run because of a questionable call. And she's just daring daggers right now at one of the judges. nor Peterson. Can't drop it in the bucket. Kindred ahead by 8. Now outside here, and a Taylor Sanders blast that no one wanted to get in the way of, and now Kindred's in front by 9. Valley City calls timeouts, and this is just, not only are you concerned about this set being down 9, you're concerned how Valley City is going to come out in a 5th set, because they just don't look themselves right now. So 19-10 lead for Kindred back here after the break on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
19-10 lead for Kindred as we look destined to be heading for another 5-setter between these two. Didn't look that way to start out. Valley City won the first 2 sets 25-18 in pretty convincing fashion too, both of them. And then they just made enough mistakes to lose that third set. And this one they just looked completely disjointed. The defense has not been up to what they're used to. The serving has not been able to get the ball over the net. I mean, Kindred's just run away with this set on a combination of Valley City mistakes and just being sharper. Koka trying to drop in the bucket. Kindred has perfectly read that play all day. Sanders poke shot. Koka digs it out on one. Now Sanders one hits it over. A bailout for Valley City. Back out here to Koka. Koka with the blast and will hit Keller square in the chest. If you're Valley City, you desperately need a big run. You need a big run, and you need it now. There's no more waiting around and hoping that things are going to work out. Nope, you got to get it now, which means your defense has to be locked in. They go right after Sanders, and they're going to bump set it very close to the front of the net. Sanders scoops it out, and it goes out of play. And those are the type of plays that can get Valley City back into this one. If Sanders starts overhitting the ball out of play, Kindred knows who their best player is. They know who they got to feed, but if Sanders puts it out of play, Valley City might have a chance, but again, that's a lot of ifs. Back set here for the Vikings. They'll just lazily hit it over on 3. Outside here for Freeze. Freeze with the drop shot. Quick 1-2, and that'll be another kill there for Maddie Freeze. Freeze now, on my count, has 7. Valley City within 6. 19-13. Leak, hard serve. Keller with the pickup. Sanders. Good job by Suffolk to slide in. Now they're going to set it for Koka. Koka with the blast, and that'll be deflected off the back wall. Valley City now within 5. Got to keep this run going. 19-14. Leak serve picked up by Keller. Not a great first touch. Sanders playing this one off her back foot. Good dig there. Freeze able to put it away. Keller off her back in, nearly swatted it over the top. Valley City within 4, and Kindred going to call that timeout. So we're going all the way to the end for both sides. 19-15. We'll be back here in 1 minute on KOVC.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
How Valley City comes out of this timeout going to go a long way in determining if they're able to complete this comeback. Currently on a 5-0 run, but they need to add a couple more here to give themselves a realistic chance. Their defense has played well, which has been part of the reason they've been able to make this run, but can't give away freebies right now. Right now the difference in the game, or the set I should say, is the freebies. Leak, long serve, not a great first touch by Keller. Kindred has to just settle for a long shot on 3. Nielsen with the first touch. Now they're going to play it to Koka. Koka, just soft shot. Now outside here to Sanders. Sanders with a drop shot, bailed Valley City out. Suffolk resets it here to Koka. Koka with the poke. Can't put it away. Coca able to keep it alive. Suffolk will shove it deep on 3. Now they're going to go to Sanders. Sanders with a big swing. Valley City, quick 1-2 touch, and they can't do anything with it. It's a point you can't afford to give away there. You just never got the touch you needed. You pulled yourself within 5 now, but you got to be able to stifle Kindred here. Got to immediately bust up any momentum. Trying to go right to Nora Peterson. Peterson hits a blast, but Kindred's there, and they go right to Sanders. And Sanders, question is, did it hit off the net or did it hit off Valley City? And it hit off Valley City. This is what I mean by it's so hard to beat Kindred when you get down, because even you get a 5-0 run, you're down by 9. I mean, it's so hard to go on a lengthy run. But sometimes you catch breaks. Kindred hits it out of play. So trailing by 5, Coca back to serve. 21-16, Valley City with the 2-1 advantage. That's been Kindred, the much more sharper team the last 2. Drop shot coming up, and clipped the line. Excellent play there by Sanders. So 3 service errors in the set for Valley City, 2 50 balls that don't go your way, and you're trailing by 6. It's a bit of misfortune, a bit of self-inflicted wounds, but there's a reason you are trailing right now. Valley City going to set this over for Nielsen on the outside. She catches a deflection. It hits off the top of the backboard, and that'll fortunately bounce quickly down. It'll be Kindred diving, but not able to get to it. So this will be Nora Peterson, and Peterson made things interesting. Valley City was trailing 19-24, and Peterson got Valley City on a little mini run to pull them within 2. So it's not unheard of. Again, Peterson probably one of the safer servers for Valley City. So that means the defense is going to have to hold up against some A-grade chances here for Taylor Sanders. So very close to the front of the net, and ooh, that one's going to hit down, and that's going to be a point for Valley City. Nora usually just hits it right down the middle. This time she angled the ball over towards the side, and Kindred did not get a quality touch on it. So Valley City within 4. High lobbing serve. And they're going to set this one up in the middle. Push shot. Nice pickup there by Leak. Peterson sets it out to Freeze. Freeze can't put it away. Ball very close to the front of the net. Still very close. And they're going to say it's a point for Valley City. Kindred might have had someone slide underneath the net there. Highliners within 3. 22-19. Peterson hits a deep serve, and that'll hit the line, and it does. Peterson with 2 aces in this one. So 20-22. The pressure now is on the Vikings. So Nora Peterson trying to serve Valley City back into this one. Spinning ball, and just hit that one wildly out of play, just off the side of her hand. That is now 9 service errors today for Valley City. They've got 6 aces thanks to Nora's couple in this one, but cannot be sitting on this many errors. Sanders back to serve. Sanders hard serve. Suffolk just gets eaten up by it, and that's why it's so hard to beat Kindred when you fall behind. Valley City's played well coming out, but they dug themselves far too deep a hole 2 sets in a row to come back from. So they need a lot to go their way. If they can get the stop here, they have a chance because Sanders will be in the back line. But this is going to be hard for Valley City to do. Nielsen hits a blast. Valley City doesn't get a deflection, and they will just hand another set right to the Kindred Vikings. So back-to-back disappointing efforts for Valley City in set 3 and set 4. Got behind early, unable to come back. And now we go to a 5th set. We'll be back here after this 2.5-minute break here on KOVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
So we go to another five-setter. Valley City 2-0 in five-setter so far. One of those was against the Kindred Vikings. Valley City 0 for 2 in 4 sets this year. They've either swept teams or let it get dragged to 5. Valley City has never had to force a fifth set this year. That's always been forced upon them. So Valley City, they need to start faster. Collins McQuillan back to serve. McQuillan serves. Suffolk picks it up. Over here to Katie Koka, and that'll be in play, and that's a big first point for Valley City. The problems with the start have been plaguing Valley City the last 2 sets. Now they got to hope those issues are in the rearview mirror. Suffolk hits a deep serve, pops straight into the air. Going to be a bit of a flat foot shot for Kindred. Valley City handles it easily. They'll go over here to Nora on a wheeler. This one hit high into the air. Now they'll shove it over on 3. Nielsen to Leak to Koka. Koka, Valley City hits it out of the Kindred end. Good opportunity there for Valley City, especially with Sanders starting out in the back, but when you just don't get those opportunities, when you miss the opportunities like that, especially when it's going to be a race to 15, you cannot afford to have slow starts. Suffolk with the pickup to Leak. Now back to Nora. Nora gets it sit straight down, and Koka just wasn't ready to do anything with it. Now Kindred up 2-1. Valley City lets this game slip away. It is going to gnaw at them all the way up until Thursday. This has been a game where they played well. They played very well, probably about as well as I've seen them play in the first 2 sets. The last 2 sets have been anything but the usual Valley City team we've seen. Koka on the outside, drop shot, 1-2, somehow over on 3. Valley City tries to spike it down, but will catch a break. Kindred got into a scramble drill, looked like they were going to buy their way out of it, and then ultimately tip shot went too far to the front of the net. Everybody else for Kindred was retreating back, just lost track of where the ball was. Freeze checks in here for Larson as Leak goes back to serve. Larson's serve. Very close to front of the net off the first touch. Kindred shoves it over on 2. Leak bump sets it to Koka. Koka cross quarter. Nicely picked up there by Sanders. Sanders will get a shot at this one, and now it just rolls down the front of the Valley City wall. So it's Kindred with an early 3-2 lead in this 5th set. Again, not unlike the other 4 sets where it's to 25. It's down to 15, so every point almost doubly as important. Every run magnified. Valley City not going to get a great chance on this one. They have to lay it over the top on three. This is where Kindred could take control. Go right in the middle. They get stuffed. They're going to shove to Sanders. She's calling for the ball. Good diving effort by Suffolk to keep it alive. They'll go to Coca. Falling away off her back foot. Catches a quick deflection. Now it'll set over here on the outside for Trinbeth. Now see diving, keeping it alive. Coca straight on shot. Keller keeps it alive. Kindred swinging wildly, keeping it going. Now we'll have ourselves a what? Violation on Valley City. I think they call a legal hit or an illegal attack. Again, head coach Cynthia Clabo staring daggers through one of the judges sitting right in front of the scores table. Nearly an ace for Kindred. Nora just has to, she can't even get over the net, and this is where you got to call a timeout immediately. Valley City has handed Kindred all the momentum off their own mistakes, and it's Kindred with a 3-point lead, 5-2, as we get set to begin our kind of deciding stage of this fifth set right after this break on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
So that violation that got called on Valley City, I think they're calling it illegal. They're calling it, I think, a back row attack, which, I'd have to go back and watch it. But, yeah. 5-2 lead Kindred, and Valley City, I mean, it's just handed it to them. Now they got a chance to try to get the momentum back on their side. They've been good out of timeouts, but they need to be great right now. Middle to Nora Peterson, who hits it, and that'll be clean through. Valley City will pick up a much-needed point. Now Coca back to serve. 5-3, the lead for Kindred in this race to 15. Coca hits a spinning serve up into the air. Kindred doesn't do a lot with it. Fall away shot. Coca able to pick it up. Now to Nielsen. Nielsen shoves it over. Sanders pops it up into the air. Kindred will get a hack at it. Shoved into the net. Kindred keeps it alive. Now they'll set it over here for Sanders. Good look for her off the top of the wall. Now Kindred shoves it over. Valley City looking for a lift. They're not going to get it. Nielsen with the drop shot. Good pick up there by McQuillan. Sanders on the outside again. Big blast. Goes over the top of everybody. Valley City within one. 5-4. Lead for Kindred. Highliners trying to pull even. Coca with the run up, and Kindred will scoop that one out. They'll set it up in the middle. Fall away shot off the top of the net, and just that's about as bad luck as you can get. A horrible shot by Sanders. He just hits it off the top of the net, which clips off a Valley City blocker and just goes spiraling to the floor. And when you need to complete a 3-set straight comeback, those are the type of breaks you need, and those are the type of breaks Kindred has gotten. Line drive serve, Suffolk with the pickup. This will be a opportunity here, and Coca just puts it into the net. Every time Valley City seems to be clawing back some momentum, there's just a couple of mistakes that put them right back to square one, and that was certainly an example of that. Not a great first touch. Not able to get it forward. Leak in the middle of freeze with a drop shot, and that'll be shoved deep by Kindred. Highliners able to get to it. Now over here to Nielsen. Nielsen hits a blast. Kindred able to keep it alive. They're going to set it up to Sanders. Sanders drop shot, and just can't keep it alive. And now Valley City they are up against it right now. All the momentum is with the visitors. They've allowed a 2-0 lead to slip away by digging themselves into a hole, and they're digging one now. They don't have the time to recover from a 7 to 6 point deficit like they might have had before. Outside here to Nora Peterson. Peterson will catch a deflection off the top of the wall. Valley City back within 3. Strangely enough, Nora Peterson has probably been the biggest spark plug for Valley City today. They'll need her to be that right now. She had 2 aces that made that last set interesting. This will be a traditional serve right down the middle. Big blast coming up. Leak with the pickup. Now over here to Nielsen. Nielsen will just play it over the top. Outside here for Sanders. Sanders with the blast. Gets Root. Keller to get it. They're going outside to Sanders again. Drop shot. Good diving effort to pick it up. Nielsen will be hitting this one off her back foot because of the bodies in front of her. They're going outside to Sanders again as she puts it into the net. Highliner defense held up long enough to force a Kindred mistake. Highliners within 2. Peterson, line drive serve. Keller gets a piece of it. Now he set up on the outside. Push shot, easily contained by Valley City. Leak will set it over to here to Nielsen. Nielsen claiming that it got touched. And nope, got through clean according to our officials. And I'll make it 9-6. And again, one of those opportunities to pull yourself closer in. It seems like every opportunity Valley City has had to make a run, they've just had that misstep that prevents them from drawing any closer. And now this will be the player that'll get credited if Kindred's able to pull this off. Taylor Sanders back to serve. Valley City with the first touch. She'll pick it over here to Nielsen on the outside, and able to nicely be handled there by Kindred. Loop around shot, and Coca made a nice dig, but didn't get any elevation underneath it. Kindred right now is smelling the upset, and Valley City is smelling trouble. They'll call the timeout, down 10-6, in desperate need of something to go their way, or in danger of losing their first EDC game of the year. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
10-6 lead for the Kindred Vikings over Valley City. Just been a game where the Highliners just not been able to find any rhythm. The second set was probably the best set they've played all year in terms of controlling the game. And since then, it's just been an entirely different squad. Got to give Kindred credit, too. They played well. And Kindred, who made a lot of mistakes in that second set, they've just come out and have set everything to kill in the last 3 sets. Leak going to set this over to Nielsen. Nielsen shoves it out the top of the Kindred wall. Going to avoid the double hit. Kindred lays it over the top on 3. Leak puts it over here outside to Burchell. Burchell not quite able to put it away. One hit over by the Vikings. Now in the middle here to Coca. Coca with a dot in the back corner. That's 14 kills for Coca. Pulls the Highliners within 3. So this is where you can make some ground. Sanders in the back line. Leak a reliable hand back there. Got to be able to win some points off your serve. They're going to set it up outside. And that one goes out of play. No, it hits the line. They just can't get momentum, man. Like, There's been chances for momentum, but again, Kindred, they just smothered Valley City in this one. They've just not allowed Valley City to get anything going. It's kind of like how the second set looked. Stuff cool with the first touch. Leak over here to Burchell. Burchell with a blast, very close to the front of the net. Kindred will keep it corralled. Blast coming up here by Jenner. Now here to Nielsen. Nielsen will just shove it over on 3. Running shot here, picked up by Coca, very close to the front of the net. Great play there by Leak to somehow save it from going over the pylon. And a drop shot goes perfectly on the line. And just, you got to give Kindred credit, man. They're closing in on a win, and they will deserve this win. Valley City made some mistakes, but, I mean, they just capitalized off every Valley City mistake in this one. And it's going to be really hard for them to come back. And oh, my goodness. Kindred served the ball that hit the net pretty much halfway down, and it just trickled over the top. Sometimes when you need to pull an upset like this, you need stuff like that to go your way, and Valley City is just looking at that bounce, and I think that net might be burned afterwards. And this one will be a service error. Valley City, they got to tie this up. They need a 5-0 run with their own serve, and they need it now. There's no more waiting around. So, trying to see who they're bringing in. And Valley City, they're going to put this on Lonnie Bacalar. Bacalar, straight serve right over the top. Now push shot very close. Leak will pick it up. Now be bump set out here to Coca. Coca drops it in the bucket. Number 15 for her. This has to be simple if you're Valley City. Handle the Kindred attack, play deep, find a way to get it to number 4. Bacalar serves shallow. Kindred will scoot this one forward very close to the front of the net, and it'll stay on their side. Now Kindred will take a timeout of their own. Valley City within 3. Be interesting to see if they can pull this off. They got a lot of work ahead of them. Back here after the break on KOVC.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
So Laney Bacalar back here to try to guide Valley City to what would be an improbable comeback. Down by 3, 13-10 here in set number 5. Bacalar serve easy over the top. Kindred doesn't get a great first 2 touches to it. Hit a long shot, out of play. Valley City within 2. They've been in this spot so many times, but there's just something that has gone wrong and has spoiled a comeback effort. Bacalar serve again over the top. Been serving it very safe. Sanders off her back foot. Suffolk picks it up. This is going away at Coca. Coca with the blast right to Sanders. They're going to shove it up in the middle. Scoop shot coming up, and violation on Kindred. Valley City's within 1. They're going to call a lift. 13-12. Bacalar trying to pave the way here. Bacalar hits a deep serve, and it's in play, and we're tied. Sanders thought it was going out. Might have heard from the bench that it was going out. Kindred takes a timeout. Highliners now have put the pressure on Kindred. We're back here after this 30-second break.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
13-13. Valley City has come back to tie it, but not all the way back. Bacalar got an ace to tie it. She's been very conservative in her serves. You'd like her to keep doing it. Trust the defense to hold up. Bacalar hits a line drive. Sanders goes down to a knee to get it. They shove it over on 2. First touch. Larson gets a piece of it. Suffolk lobs it over the top. Kindred, best opportunity they're going to have here. They push it over on 2. Suffolk in good position. Leak, drop shot, puts it away, and Valley City's within 1. Leak steals points consistently from that spot and picked a great time for it. 14-13. Highliners trying to pull it out of the hat. Bacalar has done a great job coming off the bench. Easy serve picked up by Sanders. Outside here, drop shot. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfectly placed. Great drop shot there. Now, it's best on best. Jenner Jordheim tied it up 14-14. Now who can get the first 2? Line drive serve. Suffolk with the pickup. Koch is in the front for Valley City. That's where they'll go. Drop shot over the top. Music went off. Nielsen with the first touch. Going back here to Burchell. Burchell skied it a little bit. Still picked up there by Kindred. Poke shot coming up. Picked up by Suffolk. Now to Coca. Coca with a blast, and it gets rejected, and we're sitting on match point. Valley City survived 2 match points against Kindred. The first game of the year. Now they got to survive at least 1. They had their chance to put them away, and they failed. Kindred, line drive serve, very close to the front of the net. It's over on 1. Kindred's going to have a crack at it. They're just going to lob this over the top on 3. Leak to Coca. Coca, off-balance shot, easily picked up by Sanders. They're going outside. Valley City has 2 players run into each other. They're just going to have to lob this over the top. They'll do it with Suffolk. Quickly shuffled forward here by Kindred. Drop shot picked up. Suffolk can't do it, and that is going to end it. Valley City is going to be haunted by this game for a while. Had a 2-0 lead, had a chance to pull off an improbable comeback, and then allowed Kindred to slip through their fingers with a 3-0 run. It's a great effort by Kindred, but Valley City, they made far too many mistakes to expect to win this game. And that's a loss that's going to haunt Valley City, and you're really wondering how they're going to go playing against Central Cass. It's an outstanding win for Kindred, but ultimately one that Valley City is just going to be haunted by. You can't get a team like Kindred down 2-0 and then just allow them to run over you in the next 2 and get off to another slow start. Just one of those things, man, that you just can't allow to have happen. So it's a 16-14 win for Kindred in this set. We go to kind of summary. I mean, first 2 sets, Valley City won pretty comfortably. It was a tight, competitive first set, but then Valley City got on a run, built the lead, saw Kindred come back, but go on a 9-1 run to close it out, have all the momentum. Second set again, kind of tightly back and forth, and, but then you dominate pretty much the middle sector, pretty much able to split with Sanders at the front, and you just didn't allow Kindred to get any runs. Kindred made some mistakes as well. And then you get to those last 2 sets, and those last 2 are probably the worst sets Valley City has played all year in terms of getting out to starts. Just mistakes, service errors, not being able to get the ball over the net, not generating good third touches, and this is why it's going to drive Valley City nuts, because you see how you allowed that 4th set to get away. You allowed the 4th set to get away because you put 6 balls into the net, whether off service errors or whether just off missed spike attempts. And it's just, you just look at it, and the one thing I'll say for Valley City is that, I mean, they dominated. They did. In the last 3 sets, they dominated late stage, but the problem is they dug themselves into too big of a hole and couldn't complete the comeback. They were down 17-10 in set number 3. They were down 19-10 in set number 4, and then down probably close to 13-8 in this 5th set. And you get a run and you get it to 14, and you just don't put it away. You get drop shotted, and all the credit goes to Jenner Jordan. All the credit, usually goes to Taylor Sanders, but she hit a couple of really nice drop shots, and she hit it there. Valley City had chances to put it away. They just didn't. You played well enough to win, but you definitely made enough mistakes to lose this game. And, again, you wonder how Valley City is going to come out against Central Cass, because this is a Central Cass team that rolled Kindred the last time they played them. So Central Cass, they know what's on the line here. They know what's on the line. They know that if they can take out Valley City, it's a 3-way tie at the top, maybe a 4-way tie at the top as we take a look around the standings and the schedules, as we'll do a quick refresh, see if any new scores have made their way in. That is the first loss this year for Valley City in region play, and it was a game that started out about as well as you could, getting up to a 2-0 lead, and then it's just one that slips through your fingers. You look at Central Cass, they've got a game against Wahpeton today. You expect them to win that one. Then you get Valley City. And for Valley City, we talked about how important it was to win that game against Oak Grove. because you did not want to, because you wanted to have, I would say, some type of wiggle room. Because I said it earlier, I didn't expect Valley City to run the table this year. You just don't expect a region this deep to have someone just get through Scott clean. But you don't. But so you get a break. You caught that break when Kindred lost to Central Cass. You're still up. Valley City very much still controls their own destiny here. But you look at it right now, Kindred has a very clear path to the end. They really do not play any tough games until the end. The one to keep an eye on, that October 14th game against Oak Grove for Valley City, is going to be huge. But they get Northern Cass, who you feel like they should easily beat. And then they get Lisbon and Wapaton to wrap things up. And then they get Central Cass at the end. So my mistake on that one. I thought they had already played Central Cass twice this year. So they do have Oak Grove and Central Cass, but it is sandwiched around a lot of non-conference games and a lot of gimme games. So you have to expect that you can only really have one more mistake if you're Valley City. Taking a look at the Central Cass schedule, Wapaton, again, you expect them to win that one. Northern Cass, you expect them to win. Lisbon, you expect them to win. Oak Grove and Kindred are the two that you kind of look at side to side and what's better for Valley City. If you go and you beat Central Cass, all you need is for Central Cass to knock out Kindred on the 4th, and you'll have clinched it. But, I mean, you look at this for Valley City right now. I mean, it's not an easy schedule remaining. Again, they had a front load of home games. But you're going on the road to take on Central Cass off a loss, so that'll be interesting. Then you get at Wapaton. You feel like you should be able to handle that. Northern Cass, a team that's been scuffling, but certainly a team that we know can play a little bit. I mean, they did beat Carrington, who again who was the only team up to that point to hand Valley City a loss. But so you know Northern Cass is not going to be a complete gimme. But you get Wapaton, you get Northern Cass, and the season's pretty much going to be on the line in terms of region play against Oak Grove. If you get through Oak Grove, you have clinched a share. You have to be able to beat Central Cass or beat Oak Grove, because just win one of those two games, you will have had you'll have at least a share of the region championship. I'm not sure how all the tiebreakers would play out for both. Looking at this, I think if we're going total points, if it's total points, because again, if it's 5 sets and both teams only won the 5th set by 2 on both ends. So if you're looking at possibly splitting it with Kindred, you would, I think, have the total points advantage, because you avoided having you won your sets by more than you lost them. And again, with both teams winning that 5th set by 2, it kind of equals out. So I think Valley City will still have the tiebreaker over Kindred if it comes down to total points between the two. Head-to-head record might also be factored in. So, again, that's also important that you go 2-0 against Central Cass and take care of business against Oak Grove. Again, for Valley City, as disappointing as this loss is, as much as you feel like you let a game get away from you, you still very much are in control of your own destiny. You have a lot of games coming up in a short time span, and maybe you can argue that Valley City, again, coming off a full week rest, is just kind of, I don't think that played a factor in this one. If it was reversed, if you could say that Valley City lost the first 2 sets, then maybe you could say not playing a lot of games factored in. But this is just a game where I think Valley City got a little too comfortable. I think they got that 2-0 lead, and you kind of looked at the body language in that third intermission. Kindred was all business, off by their own, not paying attention to the youth volleyball exhibition, and Valley City, on the sidelines just watching the game. It felt like one team knew what was at stake, and the other team just was maybe a little too relaxed coming into that third set. And the 4th set, it was just about as bad of a stretch as Valley City could have. And there was just enough mistakes to prevent any comebacks. it's just, it is a loss that it truly drives you nuts because you know that you did not play your best in the third and the fourth set. You also know that you didn't play your best in the fifth set, but Laney Bacalar, who comes off the bench and gets you to set point with a 6-0, gets you to match point with a 6-0 run, and you just don't put it away. And Kindred just wastes no time. They get a 3-0 run after it being tied 14-14. They put it away. So absolutely, it was another great game between these two. If they meet in the regional tournament, it'll probably be another great game again. But this is certainly a loss that is going to haunt Valley City. And again, I'm going to be very intrigued about how they come out in that game against Central Cass, because make no mistake about it, losing a game like this, it does take a lot out of you, and you don't have much time to mentally recover from a loss like this. So be interesting to see how Valley City comes out. Next game is going to be October 9th at Central Cass. That game will, of course, be here on KOVC. You look at the schedule for Valley City. They get Central Cass. They have a tournament over in Fargo October 10th and 11th. And then you get this stretch at Wahpeton. You expect to win that game. It'll be at Northern Cass. You expect to win that game, but that's back-to-back road games. So that's not going to be easy. You get back-to-back. You get 3 straight road games to pretty much close out the season. I know Lisbon is the final game of the year, but your season is going to be defined by this stretch of games. Wahpeton, Northern Cass, Oak Grove, all on the road to end the year. So you had a lot of front-loaded home games. You capitalized, but you allowed a game to slip away, and now got to handle business in a couple of days here against Central Cass. So thank you all for joining me today, especially those of you listening on KOVC Live. Kindred erases a 2-0 deficit with a 25-22 win in set number 3, 25-20 in set number 4, and comes back after Valley City rallied from a 13-8 deficit to force set point, survive match point, I should say, then able to finish it off with a 3-0 run. So Valley City will fall up to 11-2. Kindred improves to 13-7. Thank you all for tuning in today. Coming up next, we got some Ronnie Millsap for those listening on KOVC.